Welcome in, Waver. I'm Jacob Perry, and I'm back. Better camera quality. Go check it out on YouTube. Wait for the World podcast. Por favor. And we're going to hop right into today's topics. Number one, if you haven't already, go subscribe to the YouTube page. I'm trying to build my following up and engage with my audience a little bit more. To my Patreon people, I love you. Keep me going. Now, with that being said, the reason that I want y'all to subscribe and watch videos in the comfort of wherever you do such is because of this coronavirus outbreak that's going on. I don't find it a coincidence that it is a super topic to talk about right before the presidential election started. Now, I'm not a believer of conspiracy theories, except for one. I'll share that with my Patreon people. But I think it's another talking point for them, and I don't think it's that serious. Like, how many different viruses or flus have come and gone with ease and no one really knew about it? I'm not that old. I wasn't here for polio. I wasn't here for swine flu. I wasn't here for bird flu. But are they gone? Are people still living with them? I don't know what's going on. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Y'all help educate me, because your boy needs some help sometimes. Now, going into politics, I don't like to speak about politics a lot because, one, I don't know a lot, and two, I don't want to persuade anyone one way or the other, especially if I don't know anything. So I do encourage everyone to go out and vote, because my first opportunity to vote, I didn't exercise that right, and I'm open and honest about that because I didn't really complain or pick a side because I didn't know what to choose. But this time I voted. I did some little bit of research, so little better than nothing. Better than not voting. With that being said, in the politics circle, as of right now, Bloomberg dropped out. I'm glad he did, because I got mad tired of hearing that man's commercials. I'm not a fan. So now it is a race between Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Trump. And all of the people who have dropped out of the race, Pete Buttigieg, Andrew Yang, a slew of other people, they've dropped out and started supporting Biden, or told people to go vote for Biden. And Biden wasn't winning before. I wonder why that happened, and I wonder if it's a plot to stop Bernie or Elizabeth from winning. But maybe y'all know something I don't. I'm just here learning with y'all. Enough about politics, though. Now I want to get into a positive note that I saw today. It's kind of two sides, or it's one side of two coins. Two sides, one coin. Sorry. So I live in Tennessee, and we just had a tornado hit in East Nashville, Tennessee. And I've seen a lot of the pictures, seen a bunch of people that have been affected by it. In my free time, I'm going to go down there and help any way possible that I can. Helping hand, helping food, water, shelter. I live further away from Nashville, so I don't know how feasible it would be to help somebody with shelter, but if I can lend a helping hand, I'm here for y'all. My prayers are with you. To anybody that lost anyone, I'm deeply sorry. This storm really came out of nowhere. I didn't really get it. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to get storms, but I think we just really expected a lot of rain, and a lot of the Nashville people that have actually lived here for a long time had like flashbacks of when the big flood happened in 2009. Flooded a lot. I also wasn't affected at the time. I really didn't even know what was going on, but I knew as I grew up, I knew a lot of people that were affected. But don't feel bad for asking for help in this time of need. This is what we were created to do. People are created to help people, regardless of what you do. But on the flip side of that coin, there we go. Words are hard sometimes. Am I right? Flip side of the coin, the Australian wildfires have just been put to a stop. This is fantastic. The wildfires have been going on for, I think, at least a month or two. And like I said, little conspiracy. I feel like if you do some research about the fires that are in Australia, what their like path is, just do a little bit of research. That's all I'm telling you. You understand me? Yeah, all these natural disasters, the earthquakes in Puerto Rico, the world just got to get it together, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all tell me. It's just my third day out here. I don't know. Good Lord, I ask that the Lord give us strength, and we lean on each other in times like this, because when all of your material things are gone, your family and the friends that support you and you support them are the only people that you actually have around. They're the only true things that you have around. And life is not guaranteed to anyone. Any day. You could wake up tomorrow and be dead, not even know. Whew. Alright. So, next topic. Don't really have a segue into this, but I wanted to do a Mount Rushmore. And I kind of wanted to do a Mount Rushmore / difficult decisions. Just to see where y'all heads at, because the topic that I picked for today, mad difficult. When I was looking through the catalog, I got upset because Mount Rushmore is picking, 4 great quality things of a certain topic and have a debate about them. Difficult decisions, getting rid of, out of like 4 to 5, getting rid of all of them except for one, and giving reasons why. So, I'll start with the Mount Rushmore, then I'll move into the difficult decisions. Now, the Mount Rushmore is specifically animated Disney movies. If I did all of Disney's movies, we'd be here longer for the time of this podcast. This would have to be a in-person conversation. I'll pull up. I promise. I'll pull up. We can have this conversation. We can argue until I'm out of spit. But let's stick to animated Disney movies. Now, my number 1 on my list is Hercules. I watched Hercules when I was a child over and over and over and over and over again. I can recite that movie word for word. Good Lord. Just the idea of being scrawny and then, like a little montage workout, and you're all of a sudden this like stud. That was great. And the dude that trained Hercules, Phil, Read me a book, would you, Dada? Zeus, once upon a time. That was the funniest thing to me when I was a child. I don't know why. I think I like to make fun of people now because of that movie. Hands down. It's not going anywhere. It's the first head on my Mount Rushmore. You can put Hercules' head on Mount Rushmore. Or you can put a picture of him flying on Pegasus. I'll take that too. My number one, Hercules. My number two is going to be a little bit weirder because it came out in 1981. I was born in 1996. You do the math. But don't know why we had this movie in my household. Fox and the Hound. It didn't even need people. That movie would have been fine without the owners. The owners made it a lot funnier. My radiator. She grabbed his shotgun, put it to that engine, and said, "What's up?" I can also quote that movie word for word. Who you sure look like you be good in hide and seek. You want to try it, Copper? Can I use my nose? Sure. And you're the best of friends. Doo-doo-doo. The best part of that movie for me were the two birds, the tall one and the short one. It was like they used animals as real people. Like the hen was the loving mother. I imagine her as, like a strong black woman. She took care of all her little children. And then the tall, lanky bird was the stupid one. And then the small bird was the one coming up with all the schemes to get this caterpillar. It was just great. It was a great time for me. And the hair on the bird, and he said, and along comes a hunter with a buckshot load, kabam. That, I still laugh to that to this day. I'm laughing thinking about the image in my head. I'm probably going to go watch it later. Shout out to Disney Plus. They ain't promoting me, but shout out to Disney Plus. The whole movie, beginning to end. And then the fact that an animal can stop a human from doing something stupid like killing a fox. You dummy. Seamus. I ought to pull up on you right now, cuz. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. All right. Number 3 is Jungle Book. Now, if you see a little theme with where I'm going, it went from least amount of animals to most amount of animals. Even though Disney movies are mostly animals portrayed as human beings, but you probably not gonna see any like animated human characters in my list, because I think that Disney does well, besides Hercules, I think that Disney does animated cartoons of animals better than they do of humans, because there's less to critique. Now, Jungle Book, bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I will bump that to this day. Deontay Wilder to this day. Jungle Book is the story of a child getting left in the woods, and the animals didn't, just jump straight up in and, like, oh, we got a meal. Is like a baby like a steak to them? I'm sorry if I put that image in your head, but obviously in real life, no wild pack of wolves would take in a human child. Obviously. But the thought of the boy growing up thinking he's a wolf. He's just running around. I don't know what wolves do. I don't know wolves, like trot. I got a wolf right here. I don't know what they do. I like wolves. I think that's why I like the movie. He just want to be part of the wolf pack. How can you blame him? He thought he was a wolf. He could talk to them too. Thought that was weird. He could talk to everybody. But when I saw, I'm not gonna lie to you, not in the animated version. I know I said my list was animated, but the real, or not the real life, but the you know what I mean. The recreation of the animated movie in real life animation of Jungle Book. Whenever Aquila got dethroned, I cried. I cried big black boy tears. Big black boy tears. Now, my last one I want to show y'all is I made a little list. I got for my last head on Mount Rushmore, I have a list. Normally I type these out. I think about it, I type them out, and then I don't stray away from my opinion. But this last one, I literally couldn't pick. So you're going to hear this or you're going to see this live as I'm picking. Now, I want you to know the last one that I'm choosing between for my Mount Rushmore. Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Aladdin, Lion King, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles. This is why I want to do Mount Rushmore into difficult decisions. Because whatever one that I pick to put on my Mount Rushmore, the other 5, I'm going to have to do the difficult decisions thing. And it's not going to be fun. Y'all may disagree with me, but I have my reasons. Now I'm going to say them one more time, and I'm going to tell you which one is going on. Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Aladdin, Lion King, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles. I'm not going to make this podcast long enough to talk about all of them and why I like each one of them. But if I had to keep one out of these 6, it's gonna be Finding Nemo. I can't do without Finding Nemo. Fish are friends, not food. P. Sherman 42, Wallaby Way, Sydney. I remembered it again. Nah, it ain't going nowhere. Sorry, I'm just gonna cross it off the list because it deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore. I'm sick of this. Y'all be putting me up to this. Somebody sent me this and asked me to do it. Shout out to the Patreon people. Shout out to anybody that gives me feedback. But this is difficult. All right, now, speaking of difficult, let's go into the difficult decisions. Now, I got to get rid of, I got to keep one. Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Aladdin, Lion King, Incredibles. Why do y'all do this to me? My head is literally hot. My head is literally hot. Alright, off the bat, Monsters Inc. gone. Next, Toy Story gone. Next, this is so hard. Oh my goodness. Lion King gone. Alright, now it's between Aladdin and The Incredibles. Okay. I know nothing's gonna happen to me but y'all's comments. I get it. But if you sit down and do this, I promise you're gonna have a hard time. Aladdin or The Incredibles. Aladdin or The Incredibles. I am sticking with The Incredibles. I love superheroes. Boom. Speaking of all these movies, I always get into conversations with people about different movies. You know, everybody gets into those, like top 5 actor conversations or top 5 movies, whatever the conversation may be. Me as a child, Jacob, I have not seen a lot of movies. For example, I know this might take my black card away, But I am only 23 years old. 2-3. I am 23. When would I have had time to do these movies? I no do. I no do. I no watch. I no do. Just a couple of them, for example. Set It Off, Soul Food, and Soul Plane. A Soldier Story, Color Purple. Those are a couple. Now, I asked a bunch of different people what movies I should watch. And I want you to send in some too. Because the movies that I've watched so far, like, I would say 80% of them, great suggestions. I wish I would have saw them earlier, but I may not have seen the things when I was supposed to watch them. I may not have seen the things then that I'm seeing now that I'm growing into adulthood. That's just my opinion. I think it's better this way. I'm glad I was secluded. Forget y'all. I don't care. I ain't seen the movie. So what? I just got rid of Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Lion King, Finding Nemo, and Aladdin. You think I care? You think I care about what movie I've seen? Or that you've seen that I should see? Just so we can talk about it, huh? We can talk about it. Just tell me what movie you want me to see. And I'll do it. You understand? Alright. Positive note that I wanted to end on. Sorry for getting up all in y'all's face, but positive note that I wanted to end on is tying back into all of the stuff that's happening in Nashville. Lean on your people and support your people no matter what. You may not know what they're going through. I saw this on news all across the world, hence Wave of the World, because it wasn't expected. But situations like this are why we have each other. And when we lean on each other and support each other, bonds are created that I feel shouldn't be broken and can't be broken. So, with that being said, support your people, take care of your people, and help some people. Wait. Alright. I love y'all. And I'm out. I will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening. I appreciate all of your support. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find me here at Wave of the World Podcast on YouTube. You can also find me on any podcast platform. If you have any questions, thoughts, or suggestions, please send them to waveoftheworld19@gmail.com. And this beat is provided by Terminal Beats.